All right, the new millennium didn't turn out quite the way science fiction writers thought it would, but robots are slowly making their way into our everyday lives. From Rosie the robot to R2-D2, humans have flirted with the notion of living with robots to make our lives easier.
That's right. Tonight, Fox 13 anchor John Wilson shows us instead of being light years apart, man and machine are a little closer to living together.
So, here we are, 2001, and cyber invaders have not taken over.
The 9000 series is the most reliable computer ever made.
Androids that are smarter than humans do not exist.
All systems have been alerted to your presence, sir.
Pop culture's widely tantalizing vision, for the most part, remains parked on the workbench.
We're right at the very, very early stages of this technology, but it has great promise.
Stu Wilkinson's crude creation looks more like a child's toy than a functioning robot. A robot that really doesn't do anything but eat.
A gastrobot is like any other robot, except it needs food to power it.
Wilkinson invented a way for Choo Choo, the robot, to digest sugar cubes to create its own energy, just like a human.
How about a gastrobot that lives in your guttering? You put it up there one day, you forget all about it, and it lives in your guttering and powers itself by eating the leaves.
Or a grass-eating robot mower. Remember, what goes in must come out.
We're going to produce what I call robo-poop. It would fertilize the lawn as well as cut it. 2 jobs in 1.
But why wait for the future when you can have it now? This is one of many consumer robots. A lawnmower. A robot that does the work while you relax.
Imagine just sitting back and chilling out with a cold drink. No sweat. You've got a robot on the job. Mark Antonori is your average gadget-loving guy.
See, you start up your lawnmower, it doesn't sound like that. It just... There's a little personality here.
Friendly Robotics sent us their lawnmower to see how it works, and Mark agreed to set it up at his house in Tampa.
The first time I used it, it was more strenuous using this than it was to actually mow the lawn.
Mark had to lay out more than 1,000 feet of ground-level wire, a sort of invisible fence line. The robot mows and mulches along the edge of the wire and inside the yard. But it's not totally hassle-free.
I kept having to chase it around and get it out of ruts and things like that.
Don't expect the robot to mow a large lawn in a few hours. It may take as long as several days. Still,
once you get that down and plug everything in, then you just have to turn it on. Just turn it on and it takes off.
From outside to inside the house, how about a robot vacuum cleaner to make life easier? This is Psy, made by a company called Probotics, a personal servant that runs off your home computer.
It's just standard computer software. It took about 5 minutes to load the computer software, and then you can start driving it around.
Looks like it's pet-friendly, too.
This sends radio commands to the robot in the house.
You can program the robot to vacuum while you're at work. It seems to do a pretty good job, but has at least one limitation.
See, I mean, it can't go all the way to the wall.
A company video also touts a camera accessory. Parents can log on to the internet as the robot greets the kids when they come home from school.
Hey, Mom, we're home.
Robot makers adopted our affection for cute sounds. It's the bells and whistles that make robots real, at least in movies and on TV, but still far from real life.
It's fun to play with. Is it Rosie the robot? I don't think so.
Yet we still keep trying, from robots that can eat to robots that can think. Just don't count on them running the house anytime soon. John Wilson, Fox 13 News.
I think you had fun with that story. Robots to mow the lawn and vacuum the house may not work as well as we do quite yet, but inventors say the very next stages of development should show market improvements. If you want to buy now, though, the robot mower costs $800, and the robot vacuum about $1,000. So for more information about both of them, go to the company websites on the World Wide Web at personalrobots.com, also friendlymachines.com.
Well,